In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 skills that every young person should develop and build to prepare for the future. By the way, I have COVID, so my voice might be a little weird, sorry for that. But to be honest, I'm a little pessimistic about the future, especially in the next coming 20 to 30 years. I'm pessimistic because of the fact that we have shorter attention spans, no gratitude, no discipline, no mental toughness, no confidence, and literally anything that comes with that. However, I feel like this is actually my true belief. If you can start building these traits, not actually traits, these are not traits, these are skills because they are buildable, if that's a word, as a young person, then I think you're gonna be disproportionately much more successful than anyone in your life that you know, because no one is willing to put in the work and no one is willing to do what it takes to essentially get to that 1% of successful people. So the skill number 1 is going to be focus. By the way, I'm gonna turn these notifications off. These girls are like texting me. I gotta turn the notifications off, man. Okay, so the skill number 1 is going to be essentially focus, and I think this is going to be a topic that we will be discussing much further in the next couple of years, because as you know, the world is developing much faster and the attention spans are much shorter, and this is something that has been risen, is that a word? I don't know, man. Today my English is pretty weird. I used to see my grandpa like reading when I visited him, like reading for hours long, reading 1, 2, 3 hours just for enjoyment, and this is something that we cannot absolutely nowadays. Like when I sit down and read, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I get kind of like bored. And that is absolutely the case when it comes to 99% of the people. However, keeping ourselves focused on one subject at a time and really giving our best to it feels kind of impossible nowadays. And when I think about it, every single thing that I want to achieve in my life, every single thing that you probably want to achieve in your life, they all require long hours of sitting down and working. And after the rise of TikTok, I think this has gotten to a point where it is literally dangerous. As an 18-year-old person, I have been having these problems essentially for years because of the shorter that the content is getting and everything. However, when I think about it, for example, I have a brother who is 10, and he was literally born into this generation. He was born into this weird world where everyone is just consuming instead of creating or doing anything else. So I'm kind of like worried about like how is this kid is going to like read and have fun while reading? How is this kid going to essentially study for his school and get good grades because he's gonna enjoy that? That's probably not gonna happen because these guys have been like watching, my brother has been watching like YouTube shorts for hours, and his dopamine receptors are essentially fried even though he is a 10-year-old boy. So we are living in a weird like generation in this point. As one of my favorite YouTubers, Hamza, is saying, like, we gotta go touch some grass and just sit down and meditate, to be honest, about this point. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys here. I think as a society we have gone too far. I think we are at a point where it is kind of impossible for us to get back and like build the skill of focus globally, but I still do think that it is completely in your control if you want to build this skill in your life, which is going to allow you to become actually really successful in the future. You can build an insane focus, and I am sure that that's gonna apart you from 99% of the people in this world. So the question is, how do we do that? How do we build that insane focus? And the answer is easy. Actually, the answer is not easy. The answer is just simple. It is definitely not easy. It is through a dopamine detox. And while I said that, I just spit into the camera. And the answer is a dopamine detox. You get into a dopamine detox and you slowly swift away from the modern distractions that we have. You don't scroll on social media. You don't watch so many YouTube videos like you're watching right now. Or you don't go to bed with your phone, scroll for half an hour, and then go to sleep, and then wake up to your phone. No, if you do that, your dopamine receptors are going to be fried, and you're not going to enjoy studying, you're not going to enjoy reading, you're not going to enjoy making these videos, you're not going to enjoy doing something valuable with your life. I promise you guys, I'm going to make a video that is about dopamine detox, much more detailed, and how you can use dopamine detox to essentially like save your life literally from all these modern distractions. But when it comes to this, I think focus is one of the important skills that we need to develop in this day and age. Thanks to SKILLSHARE for sponsoring this video. SKILLSHARE is an online learning community with thousands of classes, including topics like productivity, creativity, business, and so much more. You can check out Ali Abdal's, Hamza Ahmet's, Project Elon's, and Thomas Frank's classes that I have also taken and found extremely valuable. And I want to proudly announce that I also just launched my very first SKILLSHARE class, actually 25 minutes ago, which is about about unlocking your secret productivity and how to build your perfect daily routine. It is a 50-minute class that is filled with amazing content that I've prepared for you guys. And Skillshare is a platform that I have been paying for 1.5 years annually, because I know for a fact that it is really valuable, and I'm gonna drop some of the names of the classes that I've taken. I really do think that what they're doing is extremely valuable. That's why I have been paying them before they reached me out. There is a link in the description and also pinned in the comment section down below that you can check out to go to my Skillshare class, and you can join Skillshare and just get this amazing experience from that. I really hope you guys do that, and let's get back to the video. And the second skill we have to talk about is essentially confidence and social skills. This is also a skill that not a lot of people have nowadays, to be honest, and that is the reason why I put it here. But I really do think that in the world we live in right now, people who are really confident, people who have really high-level social skills, are gonna be much more drawn to succeeding in this world. Let's compare two people. One of them has a really high confidence and one of them has a really low one, and the difference is going to be basically night and day. Right now we live in a world where if you have much higher confidence and social skills, you are much more likely to get promoted. You are much more likely to get better grades because you're just gonna be much better with people and with social situations. You're gonna get more attraction from the opposite sex as well, and that is the reason why it happens is because of the fact that if you have high levels of social skills and confidence, people are going to put you on a higher hierarchical level. And this might seem like an abstract concept, but I think it's really true. And one book when it comes to confidence and social skills, you gotta definitely read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I promise you this book will be recommended to you at least like 10-20 times in the next couple of years, because it is really valuable. I have read it like 2-3 times, and you should definitely do that too. So the question is, how do we build confidence? And the answer to that is going to be, that question is formulated wrong. Confidence comes from becoming a high-value person. So the question actually we need to ask is, how do we become a high-value person? And we can talk about that for hours, for days, and for weeks. However, one thing we're going to be focusing on when it comes to building confidence is doing one thing every single day that gets you a little outside of your comfort zone. Talk to someone you have never talked to. Go to a coffee shop you have never went to. Say, have a nice day to that stranger you've seen in the subway. And do one little thing that gets you a little outside of your comfort zone. Because if you do one thing every single day that's a little uncomfortable, your confidence level is just gonna grow, because your comfort zone is going to basically grow with it as well. That's a simple but an effective way to essentially build your confidence in this day and age. And I do think that it's kind of like enjoyable as well, because when I go to a new coffee shop to work, like I get my laptop to write a script for a video and stuff, and when I go to a new coffee shop, like, it is a feeling that's a little uncomfortable. You have those like little butterflies in your stomach. However, I think it's enjoyable and it definitely makes me grow as a person, so I'd recommend that to you as well. And the skill number 3 every young person should build in this day and age is mental toughness and discipline. If you have been following my channel, you definitely knew this was coming, because if an Ahmet video never mentions discipline, there's probably something wrong, to be honest. And I don't think I need to explain to you why we don't have discipline. That's kind of a little obvious, so let me jump into the part where I explain to you how you can build the discipline you need. And one book I'm going to recommend to you is, and one person I'm going to recommend to you is essentially David Goggins. You might have heard about him. His book Can't Hurt Me, I read it two times and I listened to it once because I was going to make a video about that. I should make a video about that soon. I didn't make that video. Just like building your confidence, building your muscle of discipline also takes a lot of reps. And one thing I'm going to recommend to you guys, which is something I have recommended to every single one of my friends who essentially asked me, like, how do I become more disciplined? How do I build that consistency? What I tell to them is basically get onto a exercising schedule. Like, what I do is I go to the gym, I do weightlifting, which is I recommend to every single person as well. Doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy. Definitely weightlifting is something that's going to improve your life a lot, because it's hard. And you're gonna have those days where you don't want to go to the gym, and that's exactly where the discipline comes in, because discipline is doing the things that you know that are actually valuable to you and doing them even if you don't feel like it. That's mental toughness. Waking up at 5 a.m. to study even if you don't feel like it, that is mental toughness. That is discipline. Going to the gym when you feel like you're a little sore from last day's workout and stuff. that is mental toughness, and that is exactly what we need. You can build the discipline, the muscle of discipline, through putting in uncomfortable positions where I always talk about the same thing, but to be honest, like, of course I talk about the same thing because people are not doing it. So how do you build discipline? You do the work, especially when you don't feel like it, because you know good is going to come from that. The skill number 4 is going to be essentially gratitude, which is, I think it is a skill that a lot of people are sleeping on. When you go on to self-improvement on YouTube, and you're gonna see a lot of videos that are gonna talk about like discipline and how important that is, but you're not gonna see a lot of videos about why gratitude is just so damn important. I think happiness comes from gratitude, and as not a lot of people are essentially practicing gratitude, of course not a lot of people are happy. But practicing gratitude is more like an abstract concept. It is not really easily explainable, so let me give you some practical steps that you can take to practice gratitude in your day-to-day life. And there are two short things I recommend you to do. The first one is we're gonna do a demo on that probably, which is I was gonna fall. The first one is essentially sitting down on your bed, on your chair, or whatever that is, and meditating about the things that you feel grateful for in your life. This might be the fact that I'm really grateful for this camera, I'm really grateful for the new laptop I got, I'm really grateful for this water, I'm really grateful for the air I breathe, I'm really grateful for the opportunity that allows me to speak into thousands of young people and trying to share the things that I learned on my self-improvement journey, and I'm grateful for all of those things. And that is a step number 1, meditating about that. And the second step is going to be writing down 3 to 5 things every single morning onto a piece of paper. Let me get one. Oops. Writing down a piece of paper. Writing down 3 to 5 things that you are really grateful for onto a piece of paper, and essentially keeping a gratitude journal. This whole thing is gonna take you like 3 minutes to do, and I highly recommend you to do this because I promise you this is life-changing. This is gonna make you a much more mindful and much more present person that is more happy, because you are gonna focus on the things that you have that are gonna make you happy instead of the things that you do not have, which is not a good thing, to be honest. Develop the skill of gratitude, you will not regret it. And the skill number 5 is learning how to make money online. I know what I'm saying is a little controversial, but I think we are living in an age where it has never been this easy to make money. It has never been easy to essentially like become a millionaire in something, because you have everything you need. You have all the information literally at your fingertips. Like, I can go on my phone and literally learn anything that I want, and this is actually, when you think about it, like crazy. And there are so many ways that you can make money online, to be honest. I made a video about that. I'm gonna be probably making a video about this soon as well, but that video is probably not gonna be like those on YouTube. Goes like this, like how to make $10 billion an hour on your phone. You just need your phone. I'm probably not, of course I'm not gonna do that. Legitimately, there are really ways that you can make money online, and I think the best way, to be honest, is building an online presence, building your social media. This might be on YouTube, this might be on Instagram, this might be even on Twitter, or if you're a weirdo, this might be for you on TikTok. But understanding where the attention goes is really a skill that we all have to develop, that I have been really trying to learn for a long time, and I still feel like I don't know literally anything about it. I still have to learn so much more. And that is basically how companies make money, and I think this is something that we really should focus on as young people. To be honest, the best decision I have ever made in my life might be starting this channel, because it is something that I currently like make money out of, that allows me to help a lot of people, and that is just something really cool. So this has the power to change your life, because it had the power to change mine, and it also might be the best decision you will ever make in your life as well. Watch this video next, because I'm going to teach you why you should hate comfort. I love you, I support you, keep crushing it, and as always, give me a fist bump.